Hey, this is Andrew Brown, and we are taking a look at Amazon Personalize, which is a real-time recommendation service. It's the same technology used to make product recommendations to customers shopping on the Amazon platform. Let's talk about all the components that go into building this, like basically the workflow of setting up Amazon Personalize, because it's quite involved, and we do a lab on it. So first you create a data set group, then you're going to create data sets, and they have three particular ones: a user item interaction data, user data, and item data. I believe user item interaction data or user interaction item data, whatever you want to call it. The first one there is absolutely required, where the other two are optional. You'll need to provide a JSON schema mappings for the CSV files, and all those files there are CSV files. You will place these data sets in S3 and reference them that way. You'll have to create a solution and a recipe. Solutions help generate recommendations, and recipes is the predefined AWS algorithm, so that's how it's going to actually do stuff. You have event tracking, so using the ingestion SDK, you can track events and also provide event information. You have filters if you want to filter out certain items for your recommendations. You have to create a campaign. This will create that production endpoint that you'll be able to utilize. Let's just take a closer look at the data. So you have your user item interaction data. So this is the core data set that is used to train a custom model and is required for it to work. You have to have at least the user ID, the item ID, and the timestamp. The timestamp has to be a Unix timestamp code. In the video, you'll see me trying to use a Unix timestamp. We had like a period following that, which shows like milliseconds or microseconds. It can't be like that. It has to be like it's shown here. Then you have your user data. Pretty straightforward. The only thing that's required is the user ID. Then you have your item data. Must include an item ID. If you need to have a category, it has to be called category L1. For whatever reason, the docs are out of date, but I guess they have different levels of categorization now. So this graphic is incorrect, but it is category L1. Here's an example of us getting recommendations using the Boto3 Python library. This is something we do very similar in the actual lab itself. So pretty straightforward. You get the recommendations. You'll pass the campaign ARN, the user ID, and then the item ID depending on what recipe you're using or recommenders. But yeah, there you go.